Anna Wintour finally reveals how she feels about The Devil Wears Prada nearly 2 decades after the release of The Devil Wears Prada. Fashion icon Anna Wintour has finally shared her candid thoughts about the film and Meryl Streep's infamous portrayal of Miranda Priestly. The 75-year-old outgoing Vogue editor-in-chief, who has long been considered the inspiration for the icy character, reflected on the 2006 hit during a recent appearance on the New Yorker Radio Hour podcast with David Remnick. According to Entertainment Weekly, in the past, when asked about the film, Wintour would often dismiss questions with the famous Miranda Priestly line, "Please bore someone else with your questions." But as she transitions out of her day-to-day role at Vogue, Wintour is opening up about the comparisons that have followed her for years. "I went to the premiere wearing Prada, completely having no idea what the film was going to be about," Wintour joked. She admitted that colleagues in the fashion industry were concerned the movie would cast her in a harsh light. "I think that the fashion industry were very sweetly concerned for me about the film, that it was going to paint me in some kind of difficult light," she said. When Remnick suggested the word cartoonish, Wintour nodded and replied, "Yes, a caricature." But she explained that her actual reaction was far more positive. "First of all, it was Meryl Streep, which, fantastic. And then I went to see the film, and I found it highly enjoyable. It was very funny." Looking back, Wintour said the humor and performances stood out most. "In the end, it had a lot of humor to it. It had a lot of wit. It had Meryl Streep. I mean, it was Emily Blunt. They were all amazing. And in the end, I thought it was a fair shot," she said. The Devil Wears Prada became a box office success, earning more than $326 million worldwide on a $35 million budget. Based on Lauren Weisberger's 2003 novel of the same name, the film followed Andy Sachs, played by Anne Hathaway, an aspiring journalist who becomes an assistant to runway magazines demanding editor Miranda Priestly, portrayed by Streep. In the interview, Wintour noted that she still discusses the film with designer Miuccia Prada. "I say to her, 'Well, it was really good for you,' and you can imagine what she says back," she joked. For years, Wintour largely avoided questions about the film, telling BBC in 2024 it's for the audience and for the people I work with to decide if there are any similarities between me and Miranda Priestly. This summer, Wintour announced she would step down as editor-in-chief of American Vogue after 37 years, while continuing to serve as Condé Nast's global editorial director and chief content officer. She has appointed Chloe Mal, daughter of actress Candice Bergen and filmmaker Louis Mal, to lead the magazine's U.S. edition. Meanwhile, after years of speculation, a sequel is officially in the works. Streep, Hathaway, Blunt, and Tucci will all reprise their roles in The Devil Wears Prada 2, directed by David Frankel. New additions to the cast include Kenneth Branagh, Justin Theroux, and Lucy Liu, while Adrian Grenier, who played Hathaway's boyfriend in the original, will not return. The film is slated for release in May 2026.